Alright, let's finish this dang game. Eh, fine. I'll take that. Yeah, this is, I think this part of the game is too short. I would have rathered this part of the game go on a little bit longer than, you know, spend more time with Mia. Because I always love a good secret facility. And this is a nice one. This is a nice secret facility. There's a guy right there. Wait, this guy's not dead? What the hell's wrong with him? And the other guy just wandered off. Trying to get the jump on me, huh? That's not fair. Who told you could do that? I mean, I guess you do get to explore this area a little bit more as Chris. What was that? Did an enemy just follow me down here? That's what that sounded like, right? I'm not just hallucinating. My Laced Records Resident Evil 5 vinyl finally came in today. I've been waiting for that for like 3 months. But next up is Resident Evil 6. And I think they dropped the ball on their Resident Evil 6 soundtrack. Because Resident Evil 6 has a ginormous soundtrack. There are a lot of songs in that game. But they only put it over 2 vinyls, so that they're missing a significant amount of music. And I know, like, not a whole lot of people like Resident Evil 6. I get it. So they didn't want to put as much effort into it. But, like, there's a very solid soundtrack to Resident Evil 6. What is happening? Why is this guy not dead? That was bizarre. Yeah, I think they bungled their release of that game quite hard. They like picked and choose like specific songs from specific campaigns in the game. Like, I think most of the music is coming from Leon's campaign, which I think has the worst music in the game. I think like Chris and Jake have way better music in theirs, personally. Nope, don't want that. Also, in this part of the game, there is usually a moment where you can like throw a cart at an enemy, but you, for whatever reason, can't do it in this. I think the enemies are like faster or something in this version, so that you can't actually do that. Also, I'm getting very careless, like right at the end. I think it's because I have like 8 healing items. So yeah, right here, usually you can push this into an enemy, but I think they make the enemies too fast. So if I hadn't, like, look at this guy. This guy's not supposed to be there. I'm supposed to be able to throw that at him. Alright, come on. Not letting you live. Too ugly to live. And he's just fine somehow. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, Madhouse is pretty wild sometimes. The first time I played through Madhouse, the very end where you get like 1,000 enemies thrown at you was like next to the Mia fight, probably the hardest part of the entire run. And it's really just at the end. I think I talked about this before, but they throw, like, I want to say it's 3. It's either 3 or 2 fat molded at you at the same time, and it's not good. We, in fact, do not like to see it, folks. Alright, give me this shit. This is a cool area. There's a whole shit ton of, like, lore and stuff in this area. That note, I think, that I just picked up references Wesker, which is really interesting. It's his like, umbrella, like, offshoot, like, bodyguards that they reference in that. Not bodyguards, but, like, his version of the UBC. So I always thought that was interesting that they mentioned that there. Alright, let me save. This should be the last save of the game. And look, I don't want to preemptively call it, but let's see. How many cassette tapes am I ending this game with? 14. That's a lot. For a mode like this, I really think they should have reined it in and maybe made not so many of those. See, this part coming up is pretty difficult. I think especially when you don't have infinite ammo. The first time through, this was definitely the hardest part. In fact, I'm gonna take some drugs just to top myself off before we head in here. Remember, folks, anytime you're about to face some challenges, just do drugs. I am recording this on 420 after all, so... Alright, this is gonna be annoying. Usually I would say these two guys just run by, but yeah, I'm gonna take my time, just make sure that I don't fuck up here. That was nice. Alright, now I'm gonna run. I don't care if that guy's dead or not. I don't know what I just got stuck on there. That was not fun. There are a few areas where they, like, trap you in, like, one of those tunnels with a guy, and that's not good. I don't like that at all. Get the fuck out of here. Running way too erratically for me and my tastes. See, up here there's gonna be a dude that's gonna try and trap you, so just use the circular saw, baby. Yeah, the first time through I got, like, trapped in this little hut right here. I think there's a dude in here, right? Isn't there? No? Alright, I'm gonna just run then. Yeah, I got trapped in here. I tried to get, like, as many resources as I could, and enemies just started, like, running at me and tried to kill me. Oops-a-daisy. Didn't exactly want that guy to be able to get me at all. Ooh, okay. Alright, I am not doing very well here. I don't know why I'm doing it like this. I'm playing the game like an asshole right now. My god, how is that guy not dead? The enhanced went down quicker than him. Doesn't make a lick of sense. Alright, so here we got... This guy is another one. You can feasibly run past this guy. If you knock him down and then just kind of run past him, he might hit you like once, but you can run by him and you don't have to worry about him. And I would recommend trying to do that the first time through. But, I would say we're about to fight the final boss in this next area, because the actual final boss is a joke. But, this is, by far, without a doubt, the first time through, the hardest part of the game. So what you're not seeing until I get close... Oh, no, I guess you can see it. Is that ladder over there is all, like, mined up. There's trip mines on it. Lucas, I guess, went out of his way... Oh, my God! Double headshot. That was fucking awesome. That was the best I've ever done in that part. But yeah, there's a bunch of trip mines here. So if you try and just run away from those guys, you will just get blown up. Did I get that other one? I did. Because usually on normal difficulty, you can get to this part, and if you just run right for the ladder, if you just book it, you can very easily just avoid the fat molded, and on Madhouse, you cannot do that. So I probably died like 6 or 7 times on Madhouse before I beat those guys, because I only had like 3 bullets left for my Magnum. And yeah, like I pointed out in the beginning of this game, this hole is not here when you look at it in the beginning of the game. Oh my god, it's Mia.
It's not here. It's gone. It's gone.
Let me tell you something. I'm drinking Dr. Pepper Zero, which is like 0 sugar, 0 calories. It's making my heart like want to explode, and I don't know why. So you can clearly see Ethan's face here. So I don't know why they're even still trying to hide it. But yeah, I've been drinking Dr. Zevia, which is like an alternative to Dr. Pepper that has 0 sugar and 0 calories. It tastes way better, and it also doesn't make my heart want to explode.
But you shouldn't have done that! It fucking hurts!
He doesn't want to be my daddy? Then he can die.
I don't think I will be the one doing the dying.
It's Mommy's turn to kill you.
I think it would have been interesting if you had to fight Mia here. But she basically is like a ghost in this section. Because she spawns right after you talk to Evelyn here. And you can just walk away from her.
Nicely.
And she doesn't hurt you. She doesn't do any damage. It's bizarre.
No! Get that away from me!
Get that away from me. Yeah, you can just completely ignore her. And the fight with Evelyn is, like, not a problem. I would say getting to Evelyn is a bigger problem than actually fighting, like, the giant Evelyn face. And I mean this part. When she starts pushing you back, I think is quite annoying. Because on Madhouse, it only takes about, like, 2 shots to kill you. So getting to her is probably going to be more difficult than actually fighting her. Come on, let me get to her. Also, I really hope that they figure out a new type of final boss for one of these games, because this game, Resident Evil 2 Remake, and to an extent Resident Evil 3 Remake, have all just been giant flesh blobs. No, Resident Evil 3 Remake is also just a big flesh blob. So I would say it's all been the same, and I really hope that Resident Evil 8 does not have a giant flesh blob final boss as well. I love this audio, this sound cue that happens here. The brum. Like the giant bass or whatever that is. I love that. It's so good. But yeah, this fight is absolutely nothing. And if you die in this fight on any difficulty, you are a chump. We're T-minus like 1 minute away from revisiting our good old friend Ugly Chris Redfield. Which I don't want to see. What did you say? I've always wanted to do a challenge run here of like, not a challenge run, but I've always wanted to see what would happen if I missed every single shot with the Albert that Chris gives you. I think that would be kind of interesting, because, like, how else are you supposed to beat her? There's so many parts in this final boss where they play Ethan's death scream. Like, the first time through, I was like, did I just die? So, I don't know why they did that. Ouch. Not cool, Evelyn. I also don't know if it's possible to die here, actually. Because you take, like, the same amount of damage each time.
Use it!
God, his voice is so awful, too. Everything about Chris in this game is such a disappointment. He looks ugly, he sounds like a guy just doing, like, this kind of a voice. So I'm glad that Jeff Shine is doing the voice, because at least he's a good actor, and I don't mind him playing him. There we go. You know what? Let me just pop 2 more off. And goodbye, Evelyn, and goodbye, Resident Evil 7 yet again. This doesn't look as good as Marguerite falling apart, I don't think. I think it's because it's too... The chunks are too big. And it just looks weird. And I don't know if this is supposed to be in first... Or if it's supposed to be in slow motion or not. Because they start just flying around like they're in slow motion. So it's weird. My heart was beating, though, at this part. I was like, oh my god, that's gonna be Chris, it's gonna be Chris. And he takes his fucking helmet off, and he's the ugliest son of a bitch. I'm Redfield.
I'm glad we found you.
No, you ain't. Chris just was really sick this year.
What the fuck took you guys so long?
Ethan?
Mia, you made it. I'm glad.
Did I?
This was also a complete mindfuck the first time. The umbrella
One door
logo.
closes, another opens. Well, a door closed tonight. And what a long night it was. But not just for me. Mia and I weren't the only victims here. So were the Bakers. It was that thing, Evelyn, who made them that way.
Yeah, this was so weird. Like, what is this? I think they still have to
These guys are
explain
here
this a
to clean
little
up the
bit.
mess. I had just come to terms with losing Mia. But now she's back and wants
They
to start
expound
over.
upon it a little
All this
bit
behind
in
us.
Not a Hero, but I really
Maybe
think
this
that
is
they
where the
need to
next
like
door
go
opens.
in depth. What the fuck is Blue Umbrella? Yay! I love this game. I still love this game. So yeah, that's Resident Evil 7 done yet again. Much quicker than it was last time. I would assume around 10 videos, if not less. Whereas last time I think it took me 20. So, yeah, that was something else. I still think that a reason why I love this game so much is because Dead Rising 4 came out right before it. And that game was so shitty that it made this look even better in comparison. Which is a shame, but, you know, whatever. I went back and I rewatched, there's a video I did like right after E3 where I talked about like how I was feeling about Resident Evil 7 at the time, and that video is complete and utter cringe now, because it's just me saying like Dead Rising 4 was shown off and it looks like exactly what I would ever want in a Dead Rising game, and Resident Evil 7 is the complete opposite of anything we've ever seen. And I'm very excited for Dead Rising 4, but I'm skeptical about Resident Evil 7. And it's just like, dude, if only you knew, you poor soul. If only you knew. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that's it for Resident Evil 7. Just a nice little revisit of one of my favorite games in recent years, right before its sequel comes out. So, hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, you know, thank you for watching. And, I'll see you in the next Resident Evil game that I do, which will most likely be Village, but I don't know when. Probably Halloween. You know, let's be honest. So, I will let this song play out, and then the video will probably be over. So, thank you so very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and if you have not played this game, I highly recommend it. Especially do it before Resident Evil 8 comes out. So, bye-bye!